Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, hi. You've got something inside. You've got something inside. And that is not what you think. This is a very, 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 very strange little story, perhaps, that you're knitting. There is a very, very odd feeling that you might not be wanting. You might be in between people or between frontiers, between partnerships, between zones. You're sort of in between, and the story can't get any worse, or maybe it can't get any stranger, or you're like, oops, I cheated on my partner, or like, oops, I just dropped out of school. There's an interesting feeling with you guys, as it feels to me that this month is not about that. You might be putting yourself together with somebody or a story, but you know, there's a definite feeling inside that that's not the main thing that's going on. There is something on the surface, like a little drama, a little fairy tale about somebody you used to love, a little like a beginning, like a begging for something. You might actually have on a surface a pride or a deep need to be somewhere and to do the job right. You might have a lot of different things, but you can tell this time, as Pluto's been for your sign for a while, that it's not enough. It's not enough to really have a life about, but a part of you might really want to concentrate on those things. Like, yeah, I cheated on my man. And a part of you is it's like, you kind of know, it's like it's been a long time. You haven't had any sensual things happen in a relationship for a long time. You just know it was coming. It was coming, and you already know that the person that came after your partner wasn't really that great. You kind of know that the story is kind of like a casting over what you're actually experiencing underneath. You kind of understand that this story is not really it, but you for some reason are formulating your life around something that's not truly what it looks like to us, because we feel like, say, when you're telling us a story about what happened, or you're telling us about how hard it is at your work, we can tell that there's a part of you disconnected from the story, and there's something else going on. So what is it? Well, I feel for you guys, you got an awakening, and you got a big one. A big one. A big one, because there is something about Capricorn that is very, very deserted. Perhaps you've understood in the end that all these people didn't matter. Maybe even feel like your family never really paid any attention to you. And you might actually find that whatever you had going on with whoever you had it going on with it just didn't really nurture. Or you can kind of see that the story that you are in is not actually about your interests or even about you. It's just kind of like a flake on top of the actual thing that's happening. And what is happening? Suitable timing. What is happening, I feel, is interests are changing. Interests. And when your interests change, sometimes you don't want to know that they have, because you are made to compute, you're made to create, you're made to build something for us, right, Capricorn? And when you understand that you actually no longer interest in this and you actually want to interest in that, that's hard. And quite usual response is like, what, interests of the heart, interests of the people? No. It's interest of your life, like the interest or the intensity, like where you put the stresses in your life. What gets you going? What is the deep emotion behind your lifetime? What is that interest? What is your inertia? Where is that inertia? How do you function as a human being? That's changed. That's been changing a while, and for the past maybe 2 or 3 weeks, you actually do not want to know, but you're a different man or woman. You're not the same. And we can say, maybe to you, we can hint to you that you're not quite all right, or you're not quite maybe understanding the full extent of your shifting. And you perhaps did not notice, but you've come out the other side of the year, by the end of March, equinox, you've come out the other end of the year kind of sad or kind of insufficient in something. So February, March, we definitely saw a strangeness in you and an estranged feeling in you, Capricorn. But we did not want to say, and the thing is, you don't have to tell us either, because a lot of what you do in the dark, and you do it on your own. But we can know, we can understand that something has shifted, and something is never going to be the same for us either. So when you are looking at us, your brothers and sisters and your fathers and your daughters and your mothers and your sons, everybody that you have around you, it's not going to be the same choices anymore. Like, the girls that you used to see as a guy, they're going to change. The type of dimension you live in is going to change. The things that you choose for your clothes or your food, things are going to change. And there's going to be a harsh energy, because this time around it might actually be about something deeper than just your life here. It might be a very, very deep sensation, or ironically very, very powerfully emotional energy to suddenly experience when you're no longer eating carbohydrates, or when you are no longer, like, say, drinking smoothies every day as your full sustenance. You actually have to eat properly now. You might actually witness yourself change in a way with words and action, and you might flourish. Too big a deal, you know what I mean? Too big a deal for you to handle. You may actually notice, or know, in the next few weeks, as we're coming up to, we are in March, we're coming up to May, we're coming up to Taurus, that you are like a flower where your previous self doesn't match, or like everything that you wore or you said doesn't match. And you might actually find that you got like a little, maybe like a quarter life or a midlife crisis kind of feeling happening, where you, especially if you're like in your late 20s or you're like in your early 30s, you might actually find you're not matched. Something is not real, and you may even feel that I am the one that doesn't match my lifestyle, not the lifestyle doesn't match me. And that's really, really difficult, because you might pursue the lifestyle that you had a long time ago. Maybe you say, okay, now in the recent weeks, I've changed. I need to go backwards, way backwards. Maybe like, okay, when I was, say I'm 52 now. When I was 30, I used to do this. Maybe I'll try it again. It's not a good time to revive your younger years or feel youth or vitality through the old paradigms. It's a really interesting paradox you'd create there if you did. Say, for example, if you wanted to search for your new adventure through the things you used to do yesteryear, Why? Because the youth of today is a different type of vibration. Quite often people get stuck when they try to relive their youth and match it up to the youth of now. The youth now is different. So you're looking for Uranus within. You're looking for Uranus, but Uranus is not going to help you. We are looking for you. Everybody's looking for you. We are looking towards you, and we want to find, where is it that your heart is now? There is somebody or something in your life that wants to nurture and wants to really, really, really find that center. And if you are very, very, very happy with that person, or that predicament, or where you live now, what you do, you might actually explode, because quite often when a Capricorn finds it's too close to home, too close to the heart, too close to the feelings, when things come too close, there is an explosion or some kind of formation of reality where things can pop, where things can break, and where things can go wrong and tumble. And if it's not yours, it could be in your home or in your family. It's likely, but definitely take the advantage here. Take the advantage point. You're new. And you have been new for maybe 2 or 3 weeks before. You kind of knew something was different, and that's awesome. But the things that don't match now and the things that feel out of control are good. They will help you understand your greater being very, very soon. And anyway, with everything that you have now, it's the perfect building base for a new opportunity. Thank you so much, Capricorn. If you don't feel unique, trust that feeling. Happy energy it is if you don't feel unique. Try and conform. How funny would that be? That would be strange, wouldn't it? If you don't feel held, if you don't feel held by the world, find the chance to fall down, and what it means to fall down. Fall down onto your bed, and how fun it is to fall. Start thinking of yourself in a different way. Feel what it is like to be truly innovative inside before you do anything or show anything on the outside. Before you commit to any kind of practice or form of life, because that's where your individuality comes from, and the best businesses or the best steps forward are through that. They're not through the other people's demands. They're not through what the universe needs right now. It's for you. It's for you to explore. The universe doesn't need anything from you. People don't either. It's just up to you to create the new game where you build a brand new you. Thank you very much, Capricorn. And yes, sit tight. It'll happen. It'll happen. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd be very pleased. It'd be amazing. If you'd like to like this video, you can. If you wouldn't, that's fine as well. If you would like to email me for a reading, I'm available. Or if you'd like to have a look at your year ahead, I'm happy to do that as well. Thanks a lot, and I hope to see you soon.